Hi, so this is today's update on, I guess what I keep referring to as the zombie apocalypse, but yeah, the COVID-19 global health crisis. So quite a bit to report actually. So the fiscal stimulus measures in the UK have all come out, this huge package to try and protect jobs and to rescue businesses. I think this is really important because look, there's a one-way valve that exists normally between business and government where money just, constantly goes into the government's coffers. And this is one of those times when that valve can be reversed. It's kind of the social contract we have with our governments that they help out in these sort of situations. And so this helicopter money that's going to come from the UK government is very, very welcomed. Looks like the Europeans will follow suit very soon. Angela Merkel is going to announce a big package of measures. Sadly, the US is a little bit behind. They have a package, it's a $1 trillion package, which includes rescue for business and this helicopter money through to individuals. We've been expecting an announcement on Friday, then Saturday, then Sunday. Everybody was really hoping for an announcement before the markets opened today. Unfortunately, it's been stopped through their political system. It's very sad. I think there's some political point scoring going on there because obviously there's an election later in the year, and so everybody's trying to make everybody else look bad. This is not the time for party politics. I think this is the time that we just need to get on and sort this stuff out. Hopefully the package will get its approval, and I think that could be a big turning point for the US. But right now, the futures are down again. The S&P 500 looking to sell off again. The Dow, all US equities selling off again. A few other interesting things. Obviously, the stimulus packages are very important. The UK government have announced that this is a notifiable disease. Now, that's an interesting use of language because that is the same language that's used in most business office insurance policies. So check your insurance policy and see what language is being used, because notifiable disease, it used to be things like smallpox and polio and all sorts of random stuff like that. But now if we have this as a notifiable disease, you may well find you have insurance cover for this sort of eventuality. Obviously the packages to help small businesses are a big move, and I think will be very, very helpful. Interestingly, I've got a list here of all of the main banks' calls on the S&P 500. So basically, every bank has a crystal ball department where they're doing lots of analysis and publishing their beliefs. So we have here a sort of near-term worst case scenario, a near-term best case scenario, and then a year-end target where they think the S&P 500 will be at the end of the year. And what we've done is we've sorted them into all the big banks in the world. So we've got Deutsche Bank, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, Bank of America, JP Morgan, Citi, Credit Suisse, and UBS. So we've got the full smorgasbord of the biggest banks in the world here. And if we just average them up, basically the near-term worst case average is 2,100 points on the S&P 500. That's about a 12% drop from where we are now. That's before the market opens. We were at 2,409 at the close. It looks like it's going to open a little bit lower than that, but a 12% dip from where we are now. The near-term best case is a 2.8% uplift, so going to 2,476. But all of them show significant positivity before year end, and the average across all of them comes to 31.4% up from where we are today on the S&P 500. So interestingly, the most bearish in that group is Bank of America, who basically believe that the near term is going to be either an 8.7% drop or a 25% drop. The most bullish in that group is Deutsche Bank. Of course, it's anybody's best guess. It is crystal ball gazing, but it's very interesting to see where they are. So generally, I guess from a trading strategy perspective, I'm not a trader, but from a trading strategies perspective, obviously starting to get a little bit longer equities is probably interesting. The VIX is at 75 right now, so that's very high. So you'd probably want to be short volatility. So short volatility would be options trading, basically. So you want to be buying options to effectively pick up the dips. But again, I'm not here to give you trading advice. I just want to give a general outlook on where everything is. Interestingly, in New York, they are testing some of the medical solutions to this. They're using the new malaria drug idea that's been kicked around. Well, it's an old malaria drug, but a new idea to use it for COVID-19. That again could be a game changer. If you see significant numbers of people walking out of hospital doors having taken this medication and it having a successful impact, that could be a really big turning point for markets. So yeah, keep watching what's going on. Keep a safe distance from people, especially old people, and I will keep you up to date with things that are happening in the markets and the information that I get from the various private banks. So stay safe and stay at 36.6.